Hello, fellow adventurers, and welcome to this week's episode of Fireside Chats. I was unable to meet with y'all on Friday for Lyrics from the Vault, so I thought today I would combine Lyrics from the Vault as well as a Fireside Chat. Today's chat, I'd love to focus on the fact that we are 4 weeks into the year, and I've already dropped 4 songs. On the very first, on January 1st of this year, the first song I put out was called Rewind the Memories. It's my love letter to the cassette era. We, a few years ago, got to see Matt Nathanson in concert, and I'd heard his song Headphones many, many times. But that night at that show, it planted a seed, like I want to write my own song about cassette tapes and the whole love for what we experienced, mixtapes and trying to get that song off the radio and time it just right. That planted a seed that just kind of sat there for a while. And some months went by and I was in a record shop and then the whole cassette section, and cassettes were like 25 to 99 cents. And that furthered the thought, hey, I'd love to write a song about cassette tapes. So that was noodling around in the brain for a while. I got a new sticker, it had a cassette with it. One thing led to another. I'm like, all right, today's the day I'm gonna sit down and write this song. Then we started working on it. The instrumentation came together beautifully, and it was the first song that I dropped in 2026. The lyrics for Rewind the Memories are these. Press play, let's go back in time. Pause, play, stop, eject, rewind. Trading mix like their secret codes, walking Sony Music Road. And the chorus is, crackle, hiss, the rhythm of truth, life and rewind captured our youth. Sony in my pockets, headphones blare, in the music we lived without care. Second verse, fingers on the button, heartbeats race, a chewed up mess of tangled tape. Rewind the memories on magnetic track, play them back. Days of neon and cassette case, a pencil when that tape would break. Mixtapes traded like their secret codes, and music's been my only road. Chorus, crackle, hiss, the rhythm of truth, life and rewind captured our youth. Sony in my pocket, headphones blared, in the music we lived without care. Third verse, now it's dusty tapes in a shoebox, man. Crank the volume until the plastic bends. Walkman chewed up my favorite tune, lost our youth too soon. Then we do a double chorus, and our a cappella outro is, now it's all digital, clear and clean. Yet I still dream of where we've been. So that was my very first song of the year. That one is called Rewind the Memories. I'm really happy with how it came out. It's on all streaming platforms. Video is here on YouTube. The following weekend, the next Saturday in the new year, I put out a cover song called Old College Try. I didn't write any of these lyrics, but years ago I was playing with a guy and I said, hey, do you have any ideas for songs that we might want to do? And he brought this one. I'd never heard of the band The Mountain Goats, and I'd never heard the song Old College Try. And I'm listening to it, I'm thinking, yeah, this kind of fits like the vibe, and I like what we could do with it. I like the idea of adding like a cello and acoustic guitar. And then the lyric hit. Again, these are not my words. These are somebody else's words. I want to say I'm sorry for stuff I haven't done yet. Things will shortly get completely out of hand. And I heard that lyric, and I was like, I absolutely love this song. I want to do like an acoustic version of it. So that is up on all streaming platforms. That was the second song that I put out in 2026. And then an original. This original, the next one that came out, the third drop of the year, is probably the easiest song I've ever written. And I'm gonna put written in air quotes because this one just kind of came through me. A lot of times when I have an idea, I sit down with pen and paper and I've crossed stuff out, and this doesn't work, and I get a thesaurus, and what other way can I say the same thing, and piecing things together to finally come up with the final lyrics. But in this specific instance, I was in a recording studio with my friend Dustin, and he was just getting a sound check. He had a 12-string acoustic guitar out. He was noodling around, and he started playing this riff. And I was like, do not stop. He's like, what? That's like, don't stop. Just keep playing that riff. He's like, well, I could go here. I'm like, don't go anywhere. Just like stay right there. So he stayed right there for a while, and I just started singing, and somebody grabbed their cell phone, and they recorded it. And 3 minutes later, we hit the stop button, and we listened back to it, and we're like, this is like 90% of a song. So this one just poured through me. I've heard other musicians and artists talking about the Muse. This is probably the one experience I've had in my life where I believe the Muse did 90% of the work. We just had to tweak a little bit of the lyrics and a touch of the timing. That second song that I put out this year, that second original, is called Space. And the lyrics are these. As I look to the stars and they all wink at me, the moon and the sun, the whole galaxy. I'm just a welcome mat at Mecca's front door, a sea full of splendor, and I'm stuck on the shore. The chorus is time, space, or planets. I wish that I could be the spirit or soul who gets to roam free. Through time, space, and planets, I wish that I could be the spirit or soul who gets to roam free. Our second verse is a short one. I long to exist in a world without pain, yet sentenced to tread through moral disdain. Elucidation of eternal bliss, things I don't know and things I miss. Back to the chorus. Time, space, or planets, I wish that I could be the spirit or soul who gets to roam free. Our third and final verse. I long for the place that knows no tears, knows no prejudice, and knows no fears. Yet I can only imagine the things that I describe, for I'm stuck on this planet along for the ride. So Space was the third song that I put out this year. I think the violin and the cello parts are beautiful and sound a lot like what I had in my head. So happy that that came together the way I had envisioned it. The last song that I dropped, the fourth one, which came out, was it Monday? 2 days ago. I dropped this one on Saturday. It's called Italian Radio by the band Blue October. We were going to be in Italy, and I was looking up, like, what song do I want to sing when we're in Italy? If you've been with me for a while, you know that the song that I'm going to do, if I'm going to do a cover song, doesn't have to align with the place that I'm at. It doesn't. But sometimes it does, right? So last year up in Telluride, Colorado, I go there every year for snowboarding and snowmobiling. When I was up there, I'm like, all right, me and my ukulele, a chairlift at the top of the mountain, and I'm going to do Goodbye and Telluride. Like, it just seemed to make sense. I was in Alaska. I sang the song Alaska. So when I was in Italy, the song Italian Radio seemed to be like a good option. There is a line in the song that says, listening to Italian radio, but I've changed up the words to make you happy, though. It seems that the things that you want me to be are not the things that make me happy. So put out your hand and meet my fine new lady. She's rock and roll, and she saved me. When I heard that line in that song, certain pieces of songs connect with us differently, right? Sometimes it's the bass part, or we hear a guitar lick, or if we're a drummer, there was a certain groove that spoke to us. For me, a lot of times it's a lyric that makes me come back to that song again, again, and again, and again. And Italian Radio was one of those. I love those lyrics. And I thought, all right, well, I'm gonna be in Italy. Let's go ahead and record that. So the video is up on YouTube. The song is on all streaming services. Those are the first 4 songs that I've put out this year. This coming Saturday, another original's coming out. It's called I'll Be the One. Shot the video in Florida with the support of the people from Modern Musician. They've been amazing to work with. And the song is gonna be on all streaming platforms. The video's coming out on Saturday, and I'm super excited to share that with all of you. Wednesday, meet me back here for Let's Make Music. If you joined me last week, you know I tried to play drums for the first time since the car accident. And this week we're going to talk a little bit about how that went and the changes that I will have to make to my setup if I'm going to play it all in the next 6 to 12 months. Between now and then, it's a great day to have a great day. Get out there, have an adventure, listen to some music, mine or some of your other favorites. Meet me back here on Wednesday. Until then.